Good evening. Good evening. Hey, Irma, welcome. Glad you could make it. Melissa, thanks for stopping by. We've got a special treat tonight. A VIP from the Camille Playhouse is with us, and they've got something pretty neat to talk about. I'll tell you the story in a little bit. How's everybody doing tonight? Here we go. All right. Here we go. We're going to get started. Let's get this thing going. Good evening. How are you there?
Hello. How are you?
Good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lilia Garcia, correct?
Yes.
And what is your role there at the Playhouse?
What is the role? Well, it's a Playhouse. We have lots of roles.
What is your official role?
What is my official role? My official role is I am a board member, and I've acted in the past and been a volunteer and all kinds of stuff, but currently I'm on the board of directors. I just got back on a few months ago, and we are putting together a fundraiser, and I am the chairperson of that fundraiser. It's called the Catrina Experience 2021, and we're hoping people will get excited about it.
Let's see, let me find the right graphic to pop up here. Okay, here's one of them anyway.
Yes, that is our graphic. That is it. That's our logo. And I'll tell you something kind of cute about our logo. If you notice, there's the smile, the tragedy, and the comedy. It's the smile on the theater mask. So it's a play on the Catrina mask, the skull mask, actually, and comedy and drama.
Yes.
A little bit of that theater thing. And hey, right now, everybody should wear a mask, as they say. So wear a Catrina mask.
There you go. That'd be a very good idea right there. Okay, we'll get back to some of these slides in just a bit. So tell me about, for those who don't know, and I will say, David and I had a conversation a few days ago, and I said, "What is this with the Catrina? Why are you doing a fundraiser for the hurricane was so many years ago?" And he said, "You don't know about Catrina?" And I was like, "No." And then he explained the whole thing, and I felt like a dope. It's so funny.
No, it's not an anniversary of the hurricane. No.
Well, it's Katrina with a K, not with a C. That kind of should have tipped me off too. But
well, actually, by day I'm a professor, and so I do all kinds of random notes. When I'm making lectures and stuff. And when we first started the fundraiser 3 years ago, I was the chairperson, and I actually would do my notes, and I kept doing Catrina with a K too. I know better, but it was my own little way. I'd put KAT, blah, 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 blah in my notes. And then all of a sudden I went, I better stop doing that, because I'm going to start calling it Catrina the Hurricane. So,
yes.
Got to stop that.
Yeah, I know. And I felt... what did Dave say? Dave said something like,
"You're not for my people."
Yeah, you're not our people. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I was born and raised in Chicago, totally separated from all of any of that. And I mean, I kind of knew about the Day of the Dead celebration, but like anything specific. And And I told him I need to watch. He told me you need to watch the movie Coco.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I plan on doing that. I haven't had a chance to get to. I'll probably do that tonight. But so the hurricane, the fundraiser is not for Katrina the hurricane.
It's not for Katrina the hurricane. No. And actually, the name comes from a character that the Katrina, which, before I bore you all with a big old professor story, but it's one of those things that Katrina came in the 20th century, the figurehead, the lady with the skeleton, Katrina. And it actually came out of a mural, or not a mural, a painting by Juan Jose Diego Posas. I may have gotten the name wrong, but he was making a reflection about society and in Mexico, and was kind of doing this sketch about a lady, a skeleton, rich lady, and would go by all the poor people. And it was kind of like this idea that we're all the same, rich or poor, we're all skeletons, we're all going to die. I mean, it's just life. And anyway, make a long story short, she became the Catrina kind of became part of the symbol of Day of the Dead, but didn't start out that way, but she ended up being part of the whole Day of the Dead thing. So now it's all one big festival. So watch Coco.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So what's going on this fundraiser? Let's see.
Fundraiser.
Which slide necessarily is this a good one to put up here?
Yes.
Tell me about the fundraiser. What kind of stuff happened there?
So what we're going to be doing with the fundraiser, it's kind of a multi-day event. It starts off on October 28th, Thursday, and it opens at 6:00. And it's basically the opening of what we call the altars exhibit. And it's $50 a ticket. And you get to come in with those $50 and enjoy a little bit of Mexican appetizers, some, little beverages, and you get to see the actual altars, the ofrendas, which is a big part of Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. And so what we've been doing as part of our fundraiser is reserving altars for people. People call in, say we have different levels of altars, and they say, okay, we want to donate in honor of so-and-so that passed away in our family. And then we're putting together altars. And that day on the 28th is when you get to see the altars. It's kind of the opening, like an exhibit opening. And we're going to have a very special appearance by Catrina herself. She's going to show up. And she has showed up the last 2 years. She showed up originally. We started off as a gala, but then COVID hit. So this is the downscaled version. But Catrina will also appear and perform. Oh, I think I wasn't supposed to say that, but she's going to be here. It's a surprise.
Okay. It'll be a surprise. Yeah.
It's a surprise. Yes. And then on Friday, October 29th, we'll be having the raffle. We'll be drawing, actually, I should say, the raffle. And so that's the second part, kind of, or the second and third part of the Catrina experience. There is a raffle tickets, $100 a ticket. And I know it sounds kind of expensive, but it's super exciting. The tickets are what we call winner's choice raffle. And so whoever wins that raffle gets to choose among the following prizes. And so you get 7 choices. You get to choose one if you're the winner, and they're all fabulous. There's a Metropolitan opera experience for those that have, want to go to New York and experience the whole opera. There is it's pretty exciting. And you go backstage and all kinds of stuff. There is an instant wine cellar for those people that aren't right now too comfortable with traveling. You get an instant wine cellar, and we're not talking about 1 or 2 wines. I mean, it's like a whole wine cellar, like a beginning of wine collection type of thing. And then there's the Lake Tahoe ski getaway. So you can go gamble and ski. You can, I know, right? The Charleston luxury getaway for all the history geeks like me. You get to go to Charleston, South Carolina, one of the most historic cities in the country, and get a little bit of that Southern kind of hospitality. It's also one of the best places for restaurants. So
one of the most haunted too.
And I know. Well, hey, I got a story for you about the Camille Playhouse and hauntings. That's
my goodness. Cool. Okay, gotta hear that.
Yeah, and then there's Maui. One of the trips could be Maui. You go to Maui, Fairmont, get to stay in Fairmont Hotel in Maui. And you also have an option of doing the golf. Is it the Pebble Beach Golf over there in Northern California at Spanish Bay? That's another option. And you can also have, I think my favorite option is the Disney family experience. You get to go, it's like for 4, get to go to Disney and experience it. I mean, all of these are incredible prizes, which is why it's $100 a ticket, because they're pretty cool. And you get to choose. You don't get all of them, but you do get to choose one. So
yeah, that's a pretty good bunch of options there to choose from.
Yes.
Let's see what else is involved here. Hang on, let me get to the next slide. Okay, so that's the raffle. These are the ones that you just listed.
Mm-hmm.
Instant Wine Cellar, Lake Tahoe, Charleston Luxury Getaway, the links at Spanish Bay, Fairmont Getaway in Maui, Disney World Family Adventure, and the Metropolitan Opera. That would be pretty neat, actually.
It is very cool.
Okay.
And again, you get to choose. So whatever you feel comfortable with. The other key thing about this is that only 250 tickets are to be sold. So if you're interested in this, call the Camille. You can go on to the Camille Playhouse website. You can also buy your tickets there, because only 250 are being sold, and we're getting, down to the last numbers for the raffles. So
that's awesome though.
Please, only 250, which give you some really good chances at winning.
Let's see what else we got here. Oops.
I think that's an actual ticket. Wait, how did you get the ticket? I hope that's not the winning ticket. But we'll be holding the raffle actually at 7 p.m. We'll be going live probably through Facebook Live, and we'll be holding it here at the Camille. Need not be present to win. So it's something, again, we're trying to make it celebratory. That's why we're having the opening exhibit, kind of the party before, but because of COVID, the raffle kind of has to be need not be present, and, all that kinds of stuff. And like I said, this started off as a gala, and we were hoping to keep it a gala, but then COVID hit. And we did it virtually last year. So this is us opening up a little bit, still in COVID, but trying to open it up a little bit and get a little more things out there.
An attempt to get, or not an attempt, but maybe a beginnings to go back to normal.
Exactly. And experience really the altars. Last year, the whole experience was virtual. The altars, I hope I can do what we did last year, because the altars looked beautiful. And you can go onto the Camille Playhouse website. You can look at some of what it looked like last year. It just looked absolutely beautiful. And unfortunately, it was me, looking at the altars because of COVID and all the different restrictions. And so we were, filming it, and we had performers and different things happening. And we went live with the performance, but it was just so sad because it was me, and a couple of other board members that were, spaced out and got to see it live. So we're hoping that, not quite a gala, but it's kind of the mini version. We're kind of opening up, and, you can come in and see the altars, because to see it on the stage with the candles and the dark, I mean, it really is magical.
Like the one behind you.
And I don't know if y'all can see, but we actually have our premier archangel behind me. And that is Joan McNeil. That is who this year's Catrina 2021 is being dedicated to. And I would love for you to be able to see the whole thing, but I don't want to move this too much.
We can unplug it and move it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna, can I do something? Is that?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. I'm going, and I don't know if y'all can see.
There you go.
You can kind of see the whole altar. It goes down the different levels, down all the way down there. And you all may be wondering, who was Joan McNeil and why is it dedicated to her this year? Joan McNeil was a past board president, a past board member, a actress, a kind of legendary star here at the Camille Playhouse. And right here where her altar is, it's called Joan's Lounge in her honor. And it is, I mean, she was kind of the heart and soul for the Camille Playhouse for a very, very long time. And so it's being dedicated to her as part of the heart and soul of our altars. So that's our premier archangel. We're also accepting donations in her honor for those that are saying, oh, we can't make the exhibit or we don't want to do the altars or whatever. Well, you can leave a donation in Joan McNeil's honor because she was a big part of the Camille. And like all the ofrendas, I'm sure you all know about the ofrendas, the altars, they all have different representations of the person. That's what the altars, the ofrendas are supposed to be. Their favorite foods, their clothing, things they liked, things that they were known for, and the different levels. Normally, for an altar, you also would have the marigolds, the flowers, because it was believed that the strong smell of the flowers on the Day of the Dead, they help bring the spirits, that very strong marigold smell. But Joan really liked gold and silver. She was a star. So this is a little bit of gold and silver to reflect her star power. So
That's
we're
awesome.
hoping that we'll have more altars like that. And again, there are different levels. There's you can join and be an angel, and that's $50, and it's just a photo, and you're part of a community altar. You can have a little bigger altar, and that would be at $250, and that's the guardian angel. And then there's a bigger altar that would be for $1,000, and you're called the archangel. And you're kind of given a much bigger altar and given a kind of a bigger space. And so there are different levels to be involved and to, you know, honor your loved ones, because that's what Day of the Dead is. It's really just remembering your loved ones that are no longer with you.
Yeah, I had a discussion with someone, and they were kind of frowning upon this, trying to convert it into, well, this is, you know, you're worshiping dead people. I'm like, no, I don't think that's what it is.
No. Well, you know, it's kind of funny because you'll talk to some people and they'll say, okay, this is, what are you doing? There's skulls and what's going on? And there's, you know, candles and I don't know about this kind of stuff. And really what Dia de los Muertos, when you look at the Catholic calendar, you have All Souls Day and All Saints Day falling in right there, November 1st, November 2nd. So Dia de los Muertos is kind of like All Souls Day. It's remembering everybody, you know, and you combine that with traditions, Native American traditions, Aztec traditions, different things. And so it's a way of remembering your loved ones, not worshiping them, not, you know, like doing, ooh, yeah, you're not doing anything strange.
They're doing a seance or anything like that, right?
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, there's no seance. There's nothing like that. But it's a way of remembering them with a lot of love, a lot of respect, and a lot of fun. I mean, here you see, you know, Joan, the black and gold. She liked sparkling wines. I mean, it's remembering the fun and the good. I mean, they even have in parts of Mexico where they'll come up with funny stories about their relatives and stuff, and they're called literarias, and they, you know, it's all kind of like done in humor, and it's just joyful. It's, you're not doing any, you know, nobody's going to come out up here in your mirror or something, you know. It's not like whatever. And I guess because it comes right near Halloween, it's always been kind of thought as the Mexican Halloween. You know, it's you know, we have Halloween in the US and this is like the Mexicanized version, but it really is not, it has nothing to do with Halloween.
Right.
Other than, you know, kind of following the Catholic calendar. But it's really about fun and laughter and a little bit of magic, as I always say. Kind of like when you go to the theater, there's a little bit of magic.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of magic in Dia de los Muertos. There's a little bit of just a little bit of fun, you know.
How long has this been? Is this something you do every year, you said?
We started 2 years ago. So in 2021. With COVID, I've kind of lost track of years.
Yeah.
We started in 2019. Yes. And then we started. That was a wonderful gala. We had a great turnout. We had performances, and it was a sit-down dinner. And I actually wore this headdress with my whole outfit back then. And it was just a really fun time. People came dressed as their favorite Catrinas or Catrines for the men. It was a masked gala. And unfortunately, the following year, we couldn't quite do that because of COVID. And everything kind of went virtual. And actually, that was when we decided to start doing the altars. We had kind of toyed with it during the gala, but because it was all going virtual the following year, we said, well, how can you make it, you know, what is the Camille known for? What is the heart of the Camille? The stage. That is the heart of the Camille Playhouse, the stage. And so let's put the altars up on the stage and film. And it turned out quite beautiful. Not quite. I shouldn't say it was beautiful. Oh yeah. You know, I did it.
Nice.
But no, but it really was very, very beautiful and very special. And I remember saying, you know, this is something that we need to just always do. We can go back to having the gala when we're opened, but continue to have those altars because, you know, you see, you bring memories. People will go through there and go, wow, I remember, you know, so-and-so, and I remember they used to wear that. Or, you know, when you look at Jones, they go, oh yes, Joan, we think of a star, you know, we think of Joan McNeil. And so it's about really bringing your memories back to life for a little bit. In Coco, I think they talk about the smells or something. It's like you go back, you get to smell, you get to just almost, again, just remember with lots of love and happiness.
It seems appropriate to call it the Catrina experience because it seems like it's not just a thing, but it's an actual, you want it to your guests to experience something, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You want them to experience the magic of Dia de los Muertos, the whole experience, both from, you know, all that is part of this great heritage for Mexico, because this is really a very Mexican tradition. I know there's a lot of Latin American countries that say, oh, it's ours. Well, you know, it's really Mexican. It's really Mexican. And I mean, and it's really special because the United Nations has declared Dia de los Muertos and all the festivities in Mexico kind of like a heritage site, like it has to be preserved. This is really special. And I mean, you hear these beautiful ceremony, well, I shouldn't say ceremonies, but festivals and celebrations in Mexico. So we're kind of trying to bring a little bit of that to the Rio Grande Valley, and what a perfect place, but on a stage, you know, theater. All about the magic. So, I mean,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I forgot.
I was going to say, so this is it's a fundraiser, yes. But so you can't just pop by and hang out or some admission fee and without buying into the fundraiser at some level. Is that correct?
Well, at the for the party is open. You don't have to have an altar. And you can certainly come to the exhibit to see it open. And a lot is depending on what's going to happen as far as COVID or whatever, if we're going to have the altars actually open during the weekend, because it is Halloween as well. And So there is the idea that we may have the altars open so that people might be able to come in and see that during the weekend. It's just with where the Camille is located, there's so many activities going on during this weekend that we're trying to just accommodate everybody. But we will have it filmed. We will have people, hopefully people can come and see it. But definitely the exhibit opening on October 28th is open to whoever wants to buy a ticket and wants to support the Camille.
And that's at the Camille Playhouse, correct?
Yes, it is. That is in Brownsville, one Dean Porter Park. And yeah, right across the Gladys Porter Zoo. So right in here.
Yes. Now, are there any plans for, I don't know, I was thinking when this was first brought up to me was that, oh, there's going to be a play then. There's going to be a play, Catrina play or Day of the Dead play or something like that. Yeah.
Well, we actually this weekend have the play going. It's called Our Lady of the Tortilla, and it is super special. It's part of the Hispanic Heritage month and part of our homage to that, along with Dia de los Muertos and Catrina and everything going on. And it's a really cute play, and it's a comedy, and it fits right in with what's going to happen with the Catrina. So we have a really short turnaround because this is the last weekend for Our Lady of the Tortilla, and that will be Friday at 8, Saturday at 8, and Sunday matinee at 2. And then once they take down the set, we immediately go in there to start working on the altars, the ofrendas, and then have that by October 28th. So it's a quick turnaround for us, but definitely come to the theater this weekend. It's going to be really special. Plus, you get to see a Jones altar as well as a couple of other Catrina surprises I've hidden around Jones Lounge.
Yeah, that would be pretty. It sounds like be something very interesting, very, very nice experience. Sylvia says, yeah, you can get your tickets at the CamillePlayhouse.net.
Thank you, Sylvia. I forgot.
Just follow the link. Follow the link to tickets to the city, and it's pretty self-explanatory right there.
Yes.
All righty. Do you get any? Not to get off topic too much. I'm not trying to start something either. You get any? I mentioned some people may get offended, or do you get any kind of haters or protests or people that say how dare you, or that kind of thing?
Well, a good question, because there's always someone that's probably going to disagree with what you do. Yeah. But as of now, knock on wood, we haven't had any protests. I think the main problem, it's not a problem. It's just always the miscommunication. A lot of people don't really understand Dia de los Muertos and what it signifies. And the confusion, kind of like that it's Halloween, or what are you doing? I don't know if I want my mother up there, or the picture of my, my past mother, there's always like, I don't know. But, once you realize and you understand that it really isn't anything to be scared about. It's again, enjoy the magic, because that's what it is. And I think it's the Camille Playhouse in many ways reaching out and to the community around it, because it is a community theater.
Yeah.
And it's real important that people realize, the Camille is open again. It is having shows. They are taking all the precautions they can, with COVID and understanding all that. But I know for all the board of directors, for all the past directors, all the past actors here, there's something about this little theater that when they come in, you just feel the magic. I mean, I was 6 years old when I walked in here for the first time, and they were doing either Fiddler on the Roof or South Pacific. I'm not too sure, and I don't know if it was very appropriate for a little 6-year-old, because I didn't know what was going on. But I remember looking up at the stage going, I want to be there. I understood that it was a play, but it was just the most incredible place. It was magical. The smell, the the sounds, the excitement. And I fell in love with the theater, with acting because of that. And I know me personally, I want other little 6-year-olds to come in here and have their eyes just opened wide and understand, you know what, this can happen.
Yeah.
I can be there, and there's so much talent down here, and that got their start here at the Camille Playhouse too. So, come try out for plays. Come see the altars. Just come to the theater.
Yeah, for the last show we did with Marty, we were kind of pushing for people to come out to audition, just walk in and audition for something. You never know.
Yes, exactly. You never know. I mean, all they can tell you is no.
Right.
I mean, there's not much. There's really not much to really hurt you. But come out, try out. You'd be amazed. Sometimes you have great talent and you never knew about it. And sometimes you might just found, like I did when I walked in. I loved the theater, and I didn't actually get involved in the Camille Playhouse. I'm not from Brownsville. I actually grew up north of Brownsville on ranch lands. So I never got to do the youth workshops, which is a really big deal at the Camille Playhouse. I was always at the ranch. And my family, my grandparents and stuff are from Brownsville. And so when I got to come to Brownsville and I got to go to the Camille Playhouse, I mean, for me, it was absolutely incredible. And I remember that experience. And it's just, people come. I didn't get to try out until I was 21. I had just graduated from college. And I remember going, well, this is going to be fun. And I got a part. I mean, and then, from there I got another part, and then I was like, I want to, become an actress, which my parents were like, no. How much money did we just waste on your education?
Right.
And you were into some other thing, but still, I mean, I look back and I go, why wasn't I here when I was in high school? Why wasn't I here when I was younger? Because I could have, it would have been a different life if I had tried out back then, and do the youth workshop. But anyhow, I digress. It's a really, whether you come for Catrina or whether you just come to see a show, the Camille Playhouse is a very special place. And I'm actually putting together an exhibit in the DiStefano room, which is right kind of next to Jones Lounge, which is Henry DiStefano was one of our founders and was another one of the heartbeats of the Camille Playhouse, along with Camille, which the Camille Playhouse is named after.
Yep.
But I've been going through a lot of the posters, and, you look at all the people that have been involved in the Camille Playhouse, past mayors of Brownsville. When I look at it, I go, oh my God, that was my biology teacher. She was in a play when she was 20 years old. You see just so many different names and people of Brownsville and of Harlingen. This isn't just a Brownsville thing. I saw a lot of Harlingen names there. And I know in the last few years, we had people trying out from McAllen, and making the effort to come. So just come. I mean, there's only so much Netflix you can watch,
This is true. And it's good to get off the couch and get out and do something and
exactly
help out the Playhouse. So
Exactly.
Before we wrap up, you promised me a ghost story earlier.
Oh, yes.
Do tell.
Okay. Well, I live on a ranch, so I have lots of ghost stories. I grew up on them, but I will tell you, supposedly here at the Camille Playhouse, I've heard that there are 2 ghosts. I've heard different stories, but they say, and I'm not going to say where in the actual seats, but and I've been on stage practicing and rehearsing with different actors. And if you look up really fast, that there's a seat, there's a patron that is always sitting there watching. And we're not too sure who the spirit is. Some people have said it's Camille. Some people have said it's Henry. Some people have said it was a very big part of the Camille Playhouse. One of the handymen that was here, his name was Kino. And they say that he is one of the other ones walking around here, and that you can hear him up on, where the props are or things, I don't know. But apparently, and this happened 2 days ago. 2 days ago, and I kid you not, we have an office here, and there's an old desk. And supposedly, our guy that does everything, our front desk guy, Brandon, who's awesome,
Yep.
he was going to get something out of the desk, and the desk locked. And he's like, well, there was no lock to the desk. It just locked. There was no key. There was no way they could open it. I mean, they were opening it, and everybody goes, it's the ghost. And all of a sudden, you just felt like this, ooh, and everybody got the chills, and apparently it's a friendly ghost or friendly ghost. They like to enjoy shows, so they come and they enjoy the shows, and they're coming to Catrina too. So you just might see them at the Catrina experience.
That's awesome. I wonder if the Playhouse would be up to a team of ghost hunters just to.
That would be a great idea. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.
Idea.
Now I'm getting scared. I have to drive to a ranch. So stop.
Wait, who was that? Just walked right behind you. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, that's mean.
Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up here? The floor is yours, as it has been.
I know I talk a lot.
That's all right.
My students say I talk a lot. Just please support the Camille any way you can. Either come to the shows or be part of the Catrina experience. CamillePlayhouse.net. You can find a link there to buy tickets to the cocktail party, to reserving altars, and the raffle. You might be the one with the winning ticket. So might as well try. And if you like ghosts, you may want to come to the Camille and maybe see a ghost.
There you go. Everyone come out and
I just saw a hand. It was David. I was like, I just saw a hand.
Yeah, that would not creep you out at all. Yeah, everybody come on and give the Catrina experience. Give it a try. Show us some support. And get off your couch, get out of the house for a little bit. Like you said, because there's only so much Netflix you can watch, and you can binge on everything, on the same things you've seen all over and over and over again. I'm guilty of that also. But that'll be awesome. Let's see, tickets here. Once again, we'll show it at CamillePlayhouse.net. Follow the link to the tickets to the city, and that'll take you where you need to go. And
Perfect.
then besides that, they've got the Lady of the Tortilla, Our Lady of the Tortilla. Is that correct?
Our Lady of the Tortilla. This is the last weekend, and it stars Marty DeGregorio, and it's just a fabulous, cute. You come out of here just feeling really good about yourself, and it's set kind of within valley life, so you might feel right at home.
And that's Friday at 8 p.m., Saturday at 8 p.m., and Sunday at 2 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes.
And tickets are $20 a piece, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. You can buy them online, or you can buy them at the ticket office, the box office, when you walk in.
There you go. Everybody get out and do that. It sounds like I'm going to try to get out there actually this weekend.
Yes, please. And I'll show you where the ghost sits.
Ooh, yes. Deal. Ms. Garcia, thank you so much.
Thank you, Manny.
Everyone, please share the video. I will rebroadcast it a little bit later. And if there's anything else, just let me know. We can broadcast any other news you might have at any time. Thanks for hanging out with us, everyone.
Thank you.
Marty, sorry, Lilia, you stay right there as soon as we sign off. Everyone have a great night. Don't forget to give the page a like, facebook.com/Manny Behind the Mic. Same thing at youtube.com/Manny Behind the Mic. Give us a subscribe also. And tomorrow night, Friday, what do we got? Friday night, we've got Bam returning. Bam will be with me tomorrow night. And then Saturday, we're doing another paranormal show, Paranormal Talk on Saturday night. So we will see you then. Have a great night, guys.